Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Banterly, the Gen Z podcast about pop culture, media, and everything in between. My name is Aidan.
And I'm Maya.
And we have come to the final episode of Banterly, everybody. It's here. This is it.
This is so sad. I keep saying that. It feels so final. It feels like closure.
It is. It's the end of an era, truly. It's been a year and a half, basically, and I feel like when I think back to the past year and a half, when we started this, I did not have a day job, fresh out of college, trying to get your bearings on life. And now that it's ending, it's a totally different time, I feel more, feel like I have a good foundation of post-grad going on.
I think of the timeline when you started and versus when you ended it. I feel like I was there for all of it because I was such a big fan. And I think nothing's really changed. It feels like it's going to be weird to not listen to it every Wednesday when it comes out. That's going to be the weirdest part to me. Not even recording it. It's like the morning ritual of I do all my skincare, I wash my face, I brush my teeth, and I listen to Banterly. I prop it up on right next to my bathroom mirror. It's the whole ritual of it. And I've been doing it again for like 2 years, or a year and a half.
Literally.
So that's going to be really sad. I'm going to find another Immigrantly media podcast to listen to. Maybe Lovely. I'm going to give Lovely a shot.
It's good. This was like the first real podcast that I listened to religiously. It just happened to be my own voice.
You're never going to listen to one again, Aidan. What's going to happen? Spotify's going to go untouched in the podcast department.
It kind of brought me into this world of podcasting, which is really nice, and all the things that go into it. It's been cool to see this side of it because podcasts are so big. And
they are so big.
Speaking of podcasts, it just reminded me, did you watch the Las Culturistas Awards?
No, I didn't, but I love Las Culturistas, but I didn't watch this episode. Everyone was talking about it though. Why?
You have to watch the award show on Peacock. It is like the funniest hour and a half that I've had in a while. Like, it was the most entertaining award show I think I've ever seen, just because it was so silly, but also everything was my humor. And it's like one of those things that I feel like it really targets people our age.
Matt, I'm realizing we haven't even defined what culture is.
Right. Well, it's actually rule of culture number 1.
Culture is when a woman does something seriously, a gay guy does something as a joke, or a straight guy does something good by accident.
But it was literally so funny. And there was a scene when it was some award about a podcast, and they asked, will everybody in the audience who has a podcast stand up? And the whole audience stood up.
Funny.
Yeah, because there's so many. But so that reminded me of it. Now I might listen to them because...
Have you heard their podcast?
No.
I've seen so good. It's so good. It's really so good. And the guests they bring on are really cool. They're not as stuffy as some celebrity comedian podcasts. You got to listen. You got to give it a listen.
That'll replace Banterly for me because they were so funny and just, I was like, this is impressive.
Good space so hard to say goodbye.
Well, on that positive yet somber note, should we get into our last question of the day on Banterly ever?
No. Let's do it.
Well, the question of the day today is...
Goodbye.
What media are you most excited for this upcoming year?
I think I'm most excited for Wicked Part 2, also known as Wicked for Good.
I hope you're happy now that you're choosing this.
You too.
I'm excited for a few reasons. First of all, Thanksgiving is a really big holiday in my family. I don't know why. It used to be the 4th of July when we were kids. Now it's Thanksgiving. Me and my family friends, we spend the entire 6 days we have off together at each other's houses making meals, and we go to the movies. We did the first Wicked movie. We watched it on Thanksgiving. And the whole family went. We rented out an entire row of the theater, and it was so much fun, especially because my brothers, who don't like musical theater at all, it's just not their thing, they absolutely loved it.
It's me. So if you care to find me to the western sky, has someone told me lately, everyone deserves a chance to fly. And if I'm
They were geeking out a little bit. They thought the press tour was insane and dramatic and obnoxious, but the actual movie itself, they loved. And so seeing part 2, which I personally think has better music than part 1, I am so freaking excited for. And I'm actually shocked that they're not promoting it now. I see like posts on their Instagrams and I see ads all over New York, but I'm waiting until they amp up this media tour. And so that's what I'm most excited for. It's like gonna be like the whole Wicked hype part 2.
That's going to be big. It's going to be big. I saw the trailer for the first time this week when I saw Fantastic Four, and I was like, wow. But I am most looking forward to the end of Stranger Things.
Is that still going on?
Yeah, it comes. The final season comes out in 3 parts, I think, that begins in November, and then the last 4 episodes, I think, come out December 31st. So, yeah, it's still on. And it's crazy to think about. I just Googled when it started. It started the summer of 2016 when I was 15 years old. And now it is ending a week after my 25th birthday. Huh?
I wonder if they're gonna like kill off a favorite character, if someone's gonna get married. I wonder what big finale they're gonna do. I know none of what's happening in the past. I've only seen the first 2 seasons, so I have no idea what's happened since then, but I'm excited for you to tell me January 1st in that new year what happens.
For our final episode today, we're going to go through some of our personal favorites. We've talked about some of them in past episodes, but we're going to break it down into what we're currently obsessed with and then what's in our all-time Maya and Aidan Hall of Fame.
What are your current obsessions, old or new? Are you in a dry spell, watch-wise, or are you hooked to something at the moment?
I have been watching a lot of TV the past few weeks, actually. I've seen all the little cruise Netflix documentaries. I just started that.
Poop Carnival, or what is it called?
Yeah. Yeah.
You watched that?
I did.
Would you recommend it? Sorry, I had to interrupt because I'm so shocked. Would you recommend it?
Yeah, I mean, it was so easy to watch. It was 55 minutes, but it was crazy.
More than 4,000 people are stuck on a cruise ship that is dead in the water.
That's when all of us were like, what the
When power goes, that's it. Everything's out.
It was immediately crisis mode.
The toilets weren't working. Well, we can do a number 1 in the shower. And then...
I'm telling you.
And it was so funny because I watched on Monday, and then Wednesday when I went to trivia, there was a question about it. So I was fully prepared to answer the random question about it was perfect. So I've been in my like Netflix doc era, and I just started this Hulu Katrina documentary that's incredibly sad, but interesting. I would say I'm currently obsessed with 3 individual things. One of them is brand new, Hunting Wives, Netflix, Brittany Snow's new show.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, well, go on. I won't look. I just apparently need his Xanax. Oh. Well, I think this party just got a whole lot better.
Her character, Sophie, moves from Cambridge, not Boston, she'll correct you, to Texas for her husband's work and kind of falls into this group of these local country housewives that are all kind of under Margot Banks, who's like the HBIC, her and her minions, and she's entrapped with all of them and under their spell and kind of begins to assimilate to Texas culture. But there's murder, there's cheating, there's sex, there's drugs, there's not rock and roll, but there is a honky tonk. It's fascinating. It's so weird and kind of slow, and I'm not really sure I never was really sure it was happening, but looking back on it, I really liked it.
You were the first person to tell me about this show. Don't think I would have started watching it otherwise. I love Brittany Snow, though. I'm such a big Brittany Snow fan. And I started watching it. I haven't finished it yet. So if you spoil anything, I don't care. You can spoil anything. The show is weird. It very much feels like Sirens, the way that certain women in the show are otherworldly and charming. The lead, Malin Ackerman, she's in 27 Dresses and The Proposal, which are such iconic rom-coms. And she plays like the kind of ditzy and like warm sister and ex-girlfriend. And I've never seen her in a role like this. And she nails it, being like the slightly evil, like wannabe classy, charming, ethereal woman. She nailed it. She was really good. And Brittany Snow was always great.
Throw it a watch for sure. And then lastly, the thing I'm obsessed with is not a show, but it is a singer. Now, we all know that Aidan loves a pop girl. Aidan likes Heidi Montag. Aidan likes the stupid songs that the Real Housewives sing and all that stuff and yada, yada, yada. But let me put you onto something before she blows up, okay? So there's this singer named Chloe Jane. She has been DJing since she was 13 and now releases music. She's 22 now, so she's younger than us. A couple months ago, I randomly went to her birthday party / song release party. And since that night, I have been listening to her songs almost nonstop. She doesn't have that many songs out, but some of my favorites are Sick of Sadness, and then Iconic, and then her newly released song, Oopsie Daisy. She's so pretty and she's so nice too. And she writes everything herself, produces it, like sings it all. Like she's just, and her outfits are really out there. Like I like her vibe. And it's better quality than like a Heidi Montag song. You can tell that she's really passionate about singing. And she also has a good voice naturally. So it's not like it's heavily auto-tuned where it's not even someone who can sing. Like she can sing. And yeah, so if you learn one thing from Aidan's current obsessions, it's stream Chloe Jane because she's going somewhere. You can be like, I knew her when. So mark my words.
I love her. I just looked her up. She's a really distinct aesthetic. She has a good, strong point of view. I like it. I'm going to add it to my Spotify.
Add it to the rotation. What are you currently obsessed with?
I'm really liking the shows that are being released one episode a week because it gives me something to look forward to. And also, I do need to limit my screen time. And I feel like I'm saving up for when an episode drops. So I've been watching Just Like That, the Sex on the City continuation show, the spinoff show. It's supposed to be where these women are 20-something years later from when Sex and the City ends. It has all the iconic characters, Carrie, Miranda, and Charlotte. It doesn't have Samantha, big drama, but it's been going on for 2 or 3 seasons, I believe. And I believe this is the 3rd season. And Sarah Jessica Parker on the team just announced that it would be the last season. So they have 10 episodes out and they're releasing the second to like the last 2, final closure of the entire show, series, franchise, everything. And I'm really sad about it because it's not the best show in the world, but it's really comforting to have these characters on screen again. And these women are such great actresses that it feels like you're watching, even though the writing is different and it's trying to be a little too woke. The acting really just bring you in, and the delivery and the one-liners. It feels so comforting to watch as a fan. So I'm sad that it's ending. These last 2 episodes, people are saying, are very dramatic. And there was a big, big, big dramatic breakup in the last episode, which shocked a lot of people because you wanted a happy ending for some of the more annoying characters, and we're not getting it. So I'm excited for these next 2 episodes, and I'll let you know how it goes. You're not a Sex and the City fan, but...
No, but I like seeing I see a lot of memes about it and social media content, and it's crazy. I mean, these ladies have been playing these people for 30 years. It's one thing, for us to have Stranger Things has been out since we were 15. But like if you started watching Sex and the City in the 90s and now you are like 55 years old with 2 kids out of college and you're alone and you're like, what do I do? My latest,
It is such a different stage of life and they really address it in the show. It's just crazy to see how many people are still watching and actually care enough about these characters. And then hearing especially Sarah Jessica Parker talk about her relationship with Carrie has been really sweet to hear. She did this whole Instagram post It's like a video reel situation, which is my bread and butter. I love an Instagram reel.
She crossed streets, avenues, Rubicons, so it seemed. She broke hearts, heels, habits. She loved, lost, won, tripped, leaped, fell short.
But it was a big saying goodbye to Carrie Bradshaw with her iconic looks and boyfriends, and it was so sweet. It's also like 10 minutes long. It's way too long, but I'd recommend anyone who likes the show to go see it because she's saying goodbye to a really special character. So that's Just Like That. The other show I'm watching that comes out weekly is The Summer I Turned Pretty.
I'm sorry, what?
Did you know this? No.
Belly, honey, you two aren't ready for a commitment like this. You're talking about a lifetime.
Though I want to be with Belly for a lifetime. I can commit to that.
Another
easy.
show that has questionable writing and questionable, not, I guess just questionable writing. The acting's fine. But that is a book series that they've turned into a TV show. The first 2 seasons are out. This is the third one. It's the final season. It's very much the love triangle situation, 2 brothers in love with the same woman. Belly, which, oh my gosh, I don't, that nickname makes me hurts my soul. I think Belly is not, it's rough. But they're dropping episodes once a week. She's engaged. She's planning the wedding. She's spending time with her fiance and then also the other brother that's in love with her. You'll see all over social media, people are Team Jeremiah or Team Conrad. It's just like a silly little show that has been keeping me on my toes and lets me get through my week. So that's about it. Nothing else has been exciting.
In case I don't see ya. In case I don't see ya. In case I don't see ya. Good afternoon, good evening.
Those are what we are currently obsessed with. But now let's dive in to our all-time obsessions, what is in our individual Hall of Fames. Let's look at the big picture of our beings and really see the media that makes up our inner DNA and what's going to be around with us long after Hunting Wives is no longer trending and The Summer I Turned Pretty ends.
So like 3 months.
I'm talking like next week.
It's tomorrow.
I mentioned long ago in our reality TV episode where we focused on Love Island and Love is Blind that I love reality TV. I first started watching The Real Housewives. Oh, for anybody who doesn't know about The Real Housewives, yikes.
So Jen and I used to be good until I said it smelled like hospital. I said, I have a very sensitive smell for hospitals, and it takes me to a very dark place. I could smell it anywhere. I was at a restaurant one night, and we were all meeting up, and we were waiting for Jen. She came into the restaurant, and she, hugged me and laid all on me, and I was like, ooh, trying to keep my composure at the same time, trying not to let her know I'm sensitive to, that smell
Basically, there's multiple franchises in different cities across the country and the globe of quote unquote wealthy women, because they're not all wealthy, and cameras just follow their lives. They have dinners and trips and there's drama in between them. And they also always have their own personal storyline as well. So that may be going through a divorce, having an issue with a child, starting a new business. You really get to see into these women's lives and know about their inner workings. And it's not all pretty. I mean, there have been housewives who have gone to prison. One of them is in prison right now with Elizabeth Holmes. They work out together. Elizabeth Holmes from Theranos. Anyways, it's so entertaining and it's so funny. And I started watching Real Housewives of New York. I think it was the summer of 2017. So I was a late bloomer in terms of other people who, started watching Bravo and Real Housewives when they started, because the first show, Real Housewives of Orange County, I think started in 2007. And since then they've expanded. Started in New York, loved New York, went back to St. Louis because that's where I lived at the time. And I ran into Andy Cohen at my friend's house for her Thanksgiving party. And we obviously started chatting housewives. He's the producer / the mastermind behind a lot of it. And I was like, Andy, I just started New York. I'm obsessed. I was like, what do I do next? And he's like, you have to do Beverly Hills. So what did I do? I did Beverly Hills. And since then I've done Beverly Hills. I've done Potomac. I've done the short-lived Washington, D.C. I've done all of New Jersey. I've done Miami. I've done Dubai, Salt Lake City. The only one that I haven't seen is Dallas, and I also haven't seen like seasons 2 through 6 of Orange County, which is on my current list to watch because that they are the blueprint, honestly. I mean, people have a perception of the Housewives that it's just trash reality TV. Oh, why would you watch that? Oh, it's just women fighting. Oh, yada, yada. Oh, I forgot about Atlanta. I can't forget Atlanta. But no, it's so much more than that. I've written 2 academic papers about the Housewives because
Yeah, you have.
damn right I have, because there really is so much more to it than just catty women fighting. I started watching it because I love, fashion and homes. And so I like to see what they were wearing and seeing where they lived. But you really get to see an inside look into these people's dynamics. You really have to look at it from like an anthropological sense, my major. Naturally, Maya is making a face.
I agree for the most part. I just don't think we need to add anthropological studies to your case.
They also tackle so many issues. Half these women get divorced and have strained family dynamics. And there's also a lot of conversations about, race. I mean, the Housewives are pretty segregated, Atlanta and Potomac being the only, mostly except for Kim Zolciak, all Black casts. And so they talk about race. And then when there's a person of color that's added to an all white cast, there's conversations about race. And within the cast of people of color, there's conversations about colorism and stereotypes. And it really does, for someone who may not be exposed to topics like that, you get to see inside a life that is totally not yours and to like get that on your radar a little bit. I don't know.
People who judge viewers of this show are like the shows like this in general. Like everyone's obviously entitled to their opinion, but you also have to have the cleanest track record of watching shows. If you reframe the storylines of, I'm sure, a lot of these women, and you like give it to Spielberg or like you give it to another big director and he puts it on screen in a fictional way and it's awarded as like the best movie of the year, I just feel like it's the same thing. It's just how you present it. Maybe it's not as eloquent or highbrow, as you said, or big budget as some of the other movies, but I think it's like there's no space to judge because, like you said, they're just stories. They're stories about real people's experiences. Maybe it's flesh stuff, maybe it's exaggerated, like every other movie and show. Unless you're doing like an actual documentary where you have to get the facts right, most things are fluffed and edited.
Exactly.
And then you also that's all a reality TV show, and everyone I've met likes some version of reality TV shows. So maybe this one isn't for you, but you can't judge people for liking it.
Exactly. And I will also say that there are moments in The Real Housewives that not even the greatest screenwriter could produce. I mean, Kyle Richards calling Kim Richards a liar, sick, and an alcoholic in the back of a limo in the season 1 finale. We watched that in Canada.
Yeah. Okay, like your second f***ing wife, so you for talking like that. You're a liar. You better f***ing take that back right now. You better Stop right now. Stop it. You are a liar and second, an alcoholic.
So I love it. I mean, if you haven't seen it, people are always like, well, how should I start? How should I start? I'm like, start with New York. Okay. Start with New York. I think that's how I started. That's how I recommend it. And then maybe Beverly Hills, maybe Orange County. Don't sleep on Atlanta and Potomac. Potomac, when it was good, it was great. Okay. Anyways, that's all that I have to say about what's in my DNA. But Maya, what is...
I love that.
Can you tell?
You've been waiting a while to speak your truth, and I'm happy that you got the opportunity to do so.
Me too. Thank you for holding space for this and giving me a platform, Immigrantly. What are you all-time obsessed with?
I was thinking about it long and hard. And people ask all the time what your favorite movie or what your favorite show is. And there are a few that I like loosely use, but I don't have a show or a movie that's like really ingrained in my DNA, except for Psych. I don't know if you've ever heard of Psych. The comedy detective show.
I was asking a serious question.
Some say Sean Spencer is a phony.
That's not possible.
Is he really legit?
Yeah, of course. I'm here to see my client.
Just how good is he?
I'm filthy good. So good it's stupid.
His abilities? Perceptive.
Thank you. It's very flattering.
His methods?
Here. Ah! Oops.
Disturbing.
Agreed.
Now, what about...
I have been watching Psych for what feels like forever. I started in middle school, and it's something that's constantly on my rotation. I think part of it is that it was one of those shows that my brother also watched, and a lot of my favorite people in my life, like my mother, my friends, and everyone at the time was watching the show. And it also had such a big impact on them that it felt important to me. The show is, again, it's like a comedic detective series that follows Sean Spencer, who's played by James Roday. And he is a really incredible detective. His dad was one as well. And at the beginning of the show, he solves a crime and they bring him in and they assume that because he solved the crime that no one else in the police department could solve, he must be a criminal. And to get himself out of this situation, he claims that he's psychic, hence the title. Psych.
He's not really
and
psychic?
so the entire... No, he's not really psychic.
I didn't know that. I've only seen like a couple episodes. Wow.
And so this entire show is about him working with the Santa Barbara Police Department, solving crimes. They outsource him. He's a third party. He's like a contractor. He comes in, saves the day, always solves the crime with his partner in crime, Burton Guster. And the relationship between these two characters is the most special relationship in all of TV. You should quote me on that. It is amazing. It's so natural and hilarious. I will find myself to this day, I've probably seen the show 1,000 times. I will still laugh at their relationship. It works so well. It also has a really beautiful love story with Juliet O'Hara, one of the lead detectives at the Santa Barbara Police Department, and the lead, Sean Spencer. They have a slow burn, enemies to lovers, to friends, to lovers, back and forth. It's beautiful. It has all of the great elements of a show. Carlton Lasseter's in it. He's like the snooty police detective who is always getting bested by Sean, the psychic, doesn't believe that psychics are real. It's just a wonderful little show. I love crime shows so much. And yeah, I would recommend it to anyone. The actors are incredible.
Wow. I really, like, my mind is blown that, like, I always just assumed he was a psychic.
So long, partner.
I think to close out this favorites episode, we should do like a rapid fire favorite Banterly episodes, favorite all-time episodes, our favorite thing that we watched while recording, and then something surprising. So 3 categories, rapid fire. You could have multiple answers if you want because it's hard to choose. Do you want to go first?
Yes, I'm rapid firing them.
Favorite episode?
With Love Megan, Apple Cider Vinegar, YouTubers.
I'm Wicked, Generation Glee, With Love Megan, and Sinners.
What was your favorite piece of media to watch?
I really enjoyed Monkey Man. Like, I don't think I would have watched that if we wouldn't have done an episode about it. And it was so good.
Mine is With Love Megan. I say it again. I'm a huge Meghan Markle fan now, and I buy all of her products and I follow her relentlessly. And I cannot wait for season 2 to come out. I didn't think I'd become a Meghan Markle fan, but this show gave me that. And for that, I'm forever grateful.
Same here. We love you, Meghan. And what was the most surprising thing you watched?
Amelia Perez was a tough watch. When I think about my time on this podcast and all of the media it was the most surprising to me. Just fully, because it was so overhyped and then it was so destroyed in the media. But that's my Amelia Perez. But I'm happy I watched it. I'm really happy that I got to have an opinion about the conversation. Okay, what about you? What was your most surprising watch?
I would say the most surprising thing in a negative way was Uglies with Joey King. That was like the worst movie I think I've ever seen. Like, what? And then the most surprising in a good way was Sakamoto Days. The anime episode that I did with Jaden was so fun. And I would have never, ever, 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 ever would have turned that on.
I need to watch it. I love that episode with you and Jaden. It was really good.
Well, here we are at the end of the episode. I mean, what a wild ride it's been. We recorded the first episode November of 2023, and now it is August 2025, and the world has changed. Yikes. And we're for the better and for the worse.
Mostly for worse.
but we're here, and it has been so fun. It has been so fun to do this with you and have our friends come on and have done it in the past with the former co-hosts that came before. And yeah, I will cherish these moments forever. I mean, how many people can say they've co-hosted a podcast? Well, according to Las Culturistas, everybody.
Everyone.
But
literally everyone. Our kids are going to be so irritated. Everyone's parents at drop-off are going to have the podcast that they listen to. It's going to be brutal.
But it was still fun. Still fun nonetheless.
Yes. Aidan, you have to be given your flowers because you've been here. You are the OG Banterly host. You've been here for so long and you've done such a great job with it. Everyone I know that's watched it has such incredible things to say, mostly because you are so funny and so good at dissecting media.
Well,
take your flowers, Aidan. Take your flowers. You're being given them.
I can buy myself flowers.
And you don't shy down if you don't like something that was done. You're very honest and you have your opinion. And it's been a pleasure to listen to you.
Oh, no, it has been amazing. And you know what they say? This is not a goodbye. It's a see you later. Because you never know what Immigrantly might have up their sleeves. We could be back one day. Never say never, you know?
Never say never.
Never say never. Never say never. And scene. Well, if you resonated with any of our favorites, please share your thoughts with us at banterly@immigrantlypod.com and engage with us on our socials at immigrantlypods on Instagram and at immigrantly on TikTok.
Banterly is produced by Shayu, written by us, the co-host Maya, Shetty, and Aidan Taylor. The executive producer and editorial review is done by Sadia Khan.
Our sound designer and editor is Lou Raskin. The Banterly theme music is by Simon Hutchinson, and additional music is by Epidemic Sound. And that's a wrap.